Well, yes. I mean, the German government came in and said, if this girl, if our girl is hanged, the German people will be so outraged that it could cost Chancellor Schröder the election if he did nothing. Okay, there was an election that year also, but he did something, as we all know now. He got her out, he sprung her. But he lost the election anyway because it was already unpopular. And the same thing happened in Australia. John Howard was very unpopular, and more so because he did not do anything to save Newark. He just let it go. The day he was hanged, he went out and played a game of cricket.
Mr. Allen, as a foreigner, as a British, how do you see the differences in the law, British law, as we have also benefited from the British Commonwealth laws, modified in some way, we would have. So how do you see it in the context of criminal defamation law as applied?
As far as I know, I'm not an expert, but I don't believe we have a criminal defamation law anyway.
No?
I think they used to have a long time ago, but not now. It's been abolished. And like the death penalty has been abolished. Our death penalty in Britain was abolished 50 years ago. Okay, more. I think it was 1965 when it was finally abolished. And but it was also on hold until then. And I don't think they hanged anybody between the time it was put on hold and the time it's finally abolished. There was a lot of activity. They had a royal commission, and the chief hangman, the most famous chief hangman, or shall I say notorious. And he became famous because at the end of his day, he said, "I've spent my life killing people on behalf of the state, and it was a complete waste of time. It does not deter the criminal." And its proof is that he's always had a good job, a safe, steady job, right?
So, going by your elaboration on the cases, you are trying to come to the conclusion that the judiciary had in fact come to selective sentencing in a way.
With me?
No, with cases.
Oh yes, yeah. Everyone. If you're a low-level mule, if you're like a little bit retarded or not well-educated or you're weak and you come from a poor area, I think they treat these people like Hitler used to treat the low-class people, criminals or mentally defective people, or no use to society. It's called euthanasia, and that's what Hitler did. And I think there's an element of euthanasia in some of these cases. Oh, like this guy now, Yang Gu Kong. He's mentally retarded, slightly average, educationally subnormal. That's all they need. They say, okay, he's no use to us. Garbage, hang on. And they did the same to a Singaporean Chinese lady in the same way. At the same time they let Julia Ball go, they hanged this 35-year-old Singaporean woman who was a long-term heroin addict, and she used to trade to support her own habits. And
User, as a user.
yes, well, she trafficked to make money to feed it. It was like in a way like a kind of prostitution. She sold her body to what they call the drug, the little devil or some little green man or little green monster, whatever it is. And that's how. And then she was put under surveillance, and she was arrested and just hanged. No big appeal, no big country behind her. Didn't have a big country behind her. You know, the activists were hardly aware of what was happening to her, and I'm quite sure, had they known, it had been today, you would have had to stage another big protest. And what you got to do in Singapore now is to do what you're doing, what you did yesterday in that big demonstration.